I'm Anthony from Learning to Play the Guitar. In this video I'm going to show you 8 different rhythm guitar ideas based around the key of A minor. The backing track here uses the following chords of A minor, C, D, and G. So the backing track here uses a 16th note groove, so a lot of the rhythms will be based around these 16th notes. So first up we have a simple idea based around the root notes of each of these chords using 16th notes. First riff here is based around just the A note on fret 5, C and a D on 3 and 5 frets on the other string, and then we've got a 3 G note going back to the A5 on the end. And so what we have here is 16th note picking on single notes. I'm also palm muting, so I'm resting the edge of my palm here just to give it more of a muted sound, so it's not sort of so loose sounding, but you can muck around with how much muting you want to use or not to get a different tone. But what I'm doing on the demo is I'm palm muting that A string, down up picking as well. You can down pick it if you like, but for me down up picking is easier. So we'd have 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and C, D, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and G, A. So hopefully that's pretty simple. The second idea here is very similar to the first, but now we're adding some power chords into the mix. So in version 2 it's almost the same as the first one, but I'm adding in some power chords to beef it up a bit. So I have the A power chord, and now I've also changed my fingers obviously to play the A power chord. My first finger is now on the A instead of the third as before. So also what I'm doing in my demo, I'm letting that power chord pair here ring out as well. So while I am palm muting this E string, I'm actually not muting the A string to let that ring out. So we have a nice sort of blend of parts, even though it's fairly simple. So we've got 1 and 2 E and 3 E and then we've got a C power chord, D power chord, and then we go back to the A, 1 and 2 E and 3 E and G, A. Idea number 3 here, again using the similar 16th note rhythm, but we're going to play these notes 1 octave higher and add a little riff at the end. For version 3 here, we have again the 16th note palm muting idea, but I'm taking it up an octave and adding a little hammer in front of the A from the G, which is the 5-7 hammer thing on the D string there. And I've also created a little 3-note riff on the end based around the A minor pentatonic scale, which would obviously fit this key of A minor. And so I'm also palm muting here as well as we go along on that single number 7 note. So we've got 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and down up picking, of course, 5, 7, 7. Second part, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and G, E, A. This one here is a little bit different. It's going to use the A blues scale and the A minor pentatonic scale to create some riffs. Next bit, I created a little riff here based around the A blues scale and the A minor pentatonic scale. Basically what I'm really doing here is just running down the scale and then popping back up at the end of it to match the C, D and the G, A notes that are in the chords underneath in the backing track. So what we have first off is just 7, 5, 7, 6, 5, 8, 5. That's just the blues scale. And I'm down up picking as I go along as well because it's 16th and it's not super fast, but it's moderately quick. And then the second bit is just pure pentatonic, 7, 5, and then I'm going to go 8, 5, which is the C, D. Again, all in one position, one scale. And the second part is the same. And again, I'm palm muting probably a little bit in the track as well, just to give it a bit more control. And then 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, which is the GA on the end. This idea here uses power chords to give it more of a rock feel. So instead of the power chord being at fret 5, I'm going to use an open string version at the open string A and the double 2s on the D and G strings, and you can use 2 fingers or 1. I'm probably just going to use 1. So it's very much like sort of an early AC/DC sort of thing. So down, down, up, and then C, D power chords again, which we used earlier. Then A, down, down, up. The AC/DC version of a G chord, where it is a power chord related thing, but we're going to hit the second finger on the 3G note. I'm going to mute the A string with the edge of my finger and hit the open D and G strings underneath, which is a very AC/DC sort of thing to do, and then back to A. So one more time, the whole package would be down, down, up, C, D, down, down, up, the G, G, A. Now with a cleaner tone, we're going to play some 8th note arpeggios based around the open string chords. Here we go. A minor, down, down, up, up on the 0, 2, 1, 2, down on the A string, up on the B string with the number 1 C note. Take the middle finger out of that pattern, down on the open G, and then we've got 3D with my little finger, and I'm going to go up on that. So that first bar, so I'm trying to get everything to ring out there so it's all blending nicely together. Second part starts the same, A minor again, same pattern, and then open G, and the number 2 A underneath. But again, I'm trying to hang on to the E2 note, let everything ring out together. So we'd have this idea here returns to the 16th note rhythm, but we'll use lighter funk chords and use some Des drums to propel the rhythm forward. Here we're going to do some sort of funk, sort of Chili Peppers style, maybe funk guitar stuff, based on the A minor chord at fret 5 with the 7 triple 5. We have the C up here, position 8, with in tab we have a 10, 9, 8, 8, and these are coming from the C bar chord in this position, and then the D is the same thing, 2 frets higher, 12, 11, 10, 10, and then we'll go back to the A minor again. And then we're going to go down at the end of it, G at fret 3, back to the A minor. So that's all the chords there. So we have a little funky rhythm thing going on here, and we're introducing the idea of Des drums, where we're muting the strings as we strum up and down them, which is a big feature of funk music. So we've got, and I'm going to be going down up for these busier chords, all these 16th notes here, which are quick strumming. So I'm going to go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. The count is 1 E and 2 E and second part, 1 E and then we're going to go C, D. Second part starts the same, of course. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and G, A. This idea also uses arpeggios, but they're played twice as quick as 16th notes in the 8th position for the A minor chord. This little high arpeggio thing, which is featured again from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, maybe even Radiohead, bands like that. A lot of bands use these ideas to create different parts in songs. So what we have here, this first little chord is A minor at 9, 10, 8. So that's using the D minor shape, but all the way up here, this is A minor. This finger is actually playing A, which is the root note of the chord. And then I hint at a C with the double 8, and I hint at the D with the double 10 on the bottom 2 strings. and then we go back to the A minor again, and then I hinted the G based around this triangle shape up here, that would be G, but I'm only going to play the bottom two strings, 7 and 8, and I go to the A minor again, but just the 8 and the 10 on the bottom. So the pattern here again, down up picking is very important to make sure it's nice and smooth, so nice and slow, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, because now I'm going to go bottom string, up, down, but here I'm going to go 10, 10, up, up. And then when we loop around, I'm ready to go back down on the 9 again, back to the first A minor shape. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, up. If I'm being correct, and then be back to the start. So I hope this video has given you some great rhythm guitar ideas for parts that you can create in your own songs. Subscribe to the Learning to Play the Guitar YouTube channel for more lessons. And don't forget to click on the bell to receive notifications when I upload a new video. You can also check out my books and more lessons at my website, learningtoplaytheguitar.net. Thanks for watching and keep practicing.